Hi guys! It's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today we're going to be talking about an update to my home binder system. So I recently posted a video where I was walking through my planner slash craft space. It's mostly planner space. And I was talking about in that video how I have a series of home binders, a series of holiday planners, and then a series of travel planners, but they were kind of mixed up. I will post a photo from that video so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It ended up being where one of my planners was in a holiday planner cover, one was in, or two were in like some other covers. It was just mixed up. So, what I decided to do after that video was take my actual travel planners and put them into their own designated system. So I'm excited to actually show you what I've done. I will actually also at the very end of this video post a photo of what the setup now looks like on my shelf, so that way you can have that updated view of it. But this is a very short video, just kind of talking to you about what I ended up doing and giving you the supplies for doing this. So the very first thing is that I had 3 travel planners. These 3 were set up in different spots or in different totally different setup prior to. So this one was my Go Wild planner. And so this Go Wild planner, again, one of the 3 travel planners, this Go Wild planner was in this cover. Now, this cover, now that it is completely empty, I am going to actually convert this into my holiday planner. And you'll see in the photo that essentially my other, I guess like 4 planners in deluxe covers are holiday planners. And so I want this to be a holiday planner as well. So I'll now have, instead of 4 holiday planners, I'll have 5 holiday planners. That will be a separate video. I'll just kind of put that together anyway as a separate video, just because talking it out loud, I feel like it doesn't make as much sense. But anyway, it's empty now and I can use it for that purpose. I'm so excited about that. So the Go Wild planner initially was actually on classic size discs. So one of the upgrades that I made across all of these planners was to move them to expander discs. Go Wild obviously is very purple themed, and so I decided to keep the purple going and used my lavender expander metal discs here. And I did have this in the deluxe cover, but I went ahead and added it on the disc just like this. It's one of those key rings that you can kind of unclasp, and so I just unclasped it and roped it through the disc, and that's it. So another item that I did have that was kind of hanging down on the side was my Go Wild lanyard. I decided to stick that back in to its spot, which was, this is kind of where it was kind of housed before. And then the other update was, well, 2 updates for the Go Wild one, is that in the pocket of the deluxe cover, let me go back to the deluxe cover. So right here in this pocket right here, I had this washi sample card from 2025. And so because I don't have pockets in this new setup, I decided just to clip it right in here in the front, like before the cover. But yeah, I thought that looked pretty good like that, and I already had this washi card punched, so that was perfect. I used, for kind of setting up all 3 of these travel binders, I used what is essentially like either a single cover or a double cover. Here I decided to keep the cover that I had in the deluxe cover, right? Like this whole setup was like this. And on top of that, I added this set of covers. Now this I will link for you. What I did was on Amazon purchased a pack of, I think, 6 frosted covers. They're like really nice and sturdy covers. And to label it, I basically used the same letters. Again, I will link this in the description. I just labeled it Go Wild. And I wasn't sure, even though it's vinyl, I wasn't sure that the vinyl would stay, so I laid a piece of masking tape across it. So just like regular masking tape like this, I just cut a piece out and labeled it, or like covered the words, so that way it will definitely for sure stay on there. And then the back cover. Now, for these plastic covers, I don't know if you can see it, but it says 11 discs. Again, I will link it in the description if you want to take a look at it. The Amazon link that I'm posting, the links that I'm posting are going to be affiliate links. So if you click on it, it won't change the price for you, but it does support me. So thank you so much if you're using my affiliate links for Amazon. Super appreciate it. And I love showing you all the good stuff. So, this is how I set it up. And then after put the cover and the discs together, I just transferred everything over, right? So that's a pretty basic setup, but I just really loved having it like this. And, I don't know why I'm just nerding out so much about this idea, but, I don't know why I never thought of doing it. I like things to be cohesive in look, and so making this change, it just made my heart so happy, you guys. Okay, so let's get on with it. So in the Go Wild planner, I basically just updated everything, put the washi sample card on there, and that was pretty much it. Now the next one is my Disney planner. For Disney planner, again, I use the same set of frosted covers. I upgraded it to expanders. Here I decided to use silver. I thought that would be the most, I guess, like neutral color. I really wanted to find the red one to go with like Mickey, and I couldn't find it. Actually, I know where it is. I just didn't want to pull everything off of that binder, so I just used the set that I already had. So originally, the Disney planner was in one of these home binders, and on this edge was Disney. And so I pulled the stickers off this edge and put them right here. And then again, used a piece of tape right on across it. And inside this Disney cover, like inside this home binder, I had posted, I started at least, a collection of what are these? Passes, like the tickets. And so my mom's name is right there. But I just started that collection. And so I decided to mimic it by posting the one that I had, which is for my mom. And I posted it just using tape again. All right. And then the rest of it is pretty basic. I'm going to actually flip this so you won't see it. Okay. So it's pretty basic because what I ended up doing was these expanders were from my FRANKENPLANNER. And so because my FRANKENPLANNER, I kind of broke apart, there were some items in there that I wanted to just leave on the discs. And one of them is this sticky dashboard. I don't know that I would use it for Disney, but I wanted to put it in there. The remainder of it is pretty much my Disney planner. I don't think there was any other additional pieces in here. Yeah, these are all just literally just transferred straight from the Disney planner, but I did add in here this sticky dashboard from my FRANKENPLANNER, and these discs came from my 2025 FRANKENPLANNER. Okay, so that was that setup. And then the third one, this one actually did have a couple of changes. This is my travel planner. Again, travel was on here with travel right here on the corner. So I took the letters from that and put travel here with a piece of tape. I used a set of gold expanders here. And one thing that I did was I decided to go ahead and add in here a set of planner pages. And the reason for that was because the other two were expanders. This one did not have enough pages for expander discs to make sense. It was going to be very flimsy, very floppy. And so I decided to add planner pages in here just to make it a little bit sturdier. So the planner pages actually came from this binder or this planner, which is an undated planning journal from Walmart, and I punched it a long time ago, and so I added those pages in here. You'll see that kind of go through as we go through. This envelope was already in the travel home binder, and then there are just all of the pages that I had initially, right? And I won't flip through all of this, but if you want to flip through of my travel planner, please do let me know. And then you can see here, I'll just show you like this. This was just all the stuff that was in the home binder, in this binder, the black one. So that was not enough for expanders. So you can see that the way that I just kind of bulked it up was to add this entire planner on this side. And so that made it just a little bit sturdier. So I did take the cover and put it at the front here just because I thought seeing the cover right up front would be nicer. But it's just all the pages. These pages I've already redated for 2026. And it was initially the plan to use this Disney planner for my food log actually. But what I ended up just deciding was to use it to track any travel plans. So it could be Disney or it could be just other travel. I will eventually, I think, take these pages if they're Disney related and move them to my Disney planner. But for any general travel, I would also take those notes in here and leave any travel non-Disney notes in here. Take out the Disney notes and put them in here. And if I have any Go Wild notes, I actually think I would move them and put them in here. And so I am going to basically take apart this planner as I use it in 2026 and move them to where they will belong in terms of travel, whichever travel book they belong to. But I am going to use this planner for travel purposes. So just to plan trips and do those types of things. And now that I've got it set up, I'm so excited. I really want to start planning a big trip for me and my husband because our anniversary is in February and it's a good time. It's about, 4 months out from it. And I really want to be able to get at least the initial the initial plans, all the initial thoughts in there. So these are my updated travel planners. At this point, I will take a photo so you can kind of see what they look like on the shelf. In addition to my holiday planners and my home binder system, I think it looks great and it looks cohesive. It matches everything else, but it also stands out as something different than the other two sets of reference materials. So that is all. I'm just nerding out about it just because I love things to look the same, but also, like I said, just be distinguished from everything else. So I'm excited I made this update. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys!